What's up, everybody? Big Norm here. Today, let's talk protein. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Big Norm's Training and Fitness. I'm Norm. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like. It helps me out. And I hope that you learned something incredible today and something maybe you didn't know. I'm going to wear my glasses. It's terrible because I have some notes. Once again, I need to see. For all of you that have been following the channel, I've been getting some positive feedback. Thank you for that. Share the video because I know there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I'm trying to. My thing is to give back to the community what I've got and only give the truth. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna pull punches, I'm not gonna sugarcoat, I'm not gonna say this is the way I do it. I'm gonna say this is the way I do it, but there's other ways. So today, we're gonna talk protein. We're gonna cover meats, powder, and how much should I be taking. All right, so for the amateur, somebody just wants to work out. It doesn't matter if you're a weightlifter, a bodybuilder, a powerlifter, there's still proteins that you should be eating to get that muscle. Now, bodybuilders typically like to eat cleaner proteins, which I'm going to go over in a minute. What's the difference? Because you're probably saying, what's the difference? Protein is protein. And powerlifters like to do higher fat proteins, and I'll explain that. And then people who lift weights, they'll eat pizza and hamburgers and say, oh, it's good protein. No. That's not what we want to do. So if you want to get lean, so when you're dieting, everything's lean, and when you're bulking, it's not so much. But I'm going to go over the leans and the proteins and all that stuff. So let's just go over the meats. Okay, you got white meats and you got red meats. Now let's go over the different kind of meats. The white meats, you can do tuna albacore, you can do chicken breast, you can do turkey breast. You can do fish, like all the white fishes, like haddock, cod, all the white fish. Those typically are gonna be your leanest meats. And hen too, you can do hen, but those are gonna be, like I said, really as far as lean. Now here's the thing, if the meat is red, it's gonna have more fat in it. That's just common knowledge. When I was talking about tuna fish, you talk about albacore, right? Well, you got albacore and then you got the regular tuna, right? It looks red, it's gonna have a little more fat in it. You talk about fish. I talked about haddock, cod, halibut, whatever. But if you mention salmon, it's red. It's going to have a little more fat in it because the fat is closer to, in other words, the blood. It's closer to the blood. Like on a chicken, you got the chicken breast, and then you got like the thighs. They're a little red. That means there's some blood in it. There's some fat in it. I like to eat more white meat during the week. If you're going to do red meat maybe twice a week, maybe don't go. I don't know. I do 3 meal replacement shakes and 2 meals, or I do 4 meal replacement shakes and 1 meal. And you're probably saying, wow, you drink all those shakes? I don't want to drink all shakes all day. That's cool. That's just my preference. If you want to do a protein powder and then you have to add the carbs to it, you can do that, or do a meal replacement. I'll get into that in a couple minutes and where you can get that good stuff. So those are the white meats I just covered. The red meats, you can do tuna red, you can do chicken, which would be like the thighs, the drum, things like that. Same thing with the hen. And the fish, salmon is red. I don't eat a lot of lobster and shellfish for personal reasons, but regular like beef. If I get hamburger, I read the package. Now, if you want to save money, you want to get the leaner hamburger, it's like 85. If you rinse it on the water, you can clean it a little bit, maybe get away with it. But I buy it's like 93 and something, or 97. So I'll get really lean, and I don't eat it all the time because for my preference, I don't know who's back there grinding up the meat. I mean, it could be an ear in there. I don't know, or a foot, but I like to get really, really, really lean meat. I don't like to do high volume fat meats, except for like a cheat meal. Then well, bets are off. So a good steak, if you want to do that, like porterhouse, T-bone, filet. There's a couple of good ones. Obviously, the more expensive the steak, the better it is. That's just common knowledge. and it can get expensive. So I'll eat that maybe once a week or something, maybe twice, all mixed up with the ground beef. They have ground turkey. They have ground chicken, if you can tolerate that and make it taste good. If you're ever a good cook, I gotta give a shout out to Anne Marie. She makes the meals for Specialty Company. This is in Rhode Island. The guy does my diet. She can make anything taste fabulous. But if you do like the red meat, you can do any red meat you want. It's up to you. But I'm saying if you want to, like if you're trying to gain weight or you want to get in shape, try to lean towards the white meats and maybe do red meat maybe once or twice a week. If you're doing 4 meals a day, if you can afford to do 5 meals a day, then God bless you. Because I just can't. I do 5 meals a day. I can't afford it. It's just too much money. So I'll do, like I said, 1 to 2 solids a day. Usually my 2 around the weekends, and during the week I just do 4 drinks and a shake. All right, now let's slide over to the powders. Now we kind of understand what the meats are, you know, as far as the red meats and the white meats. The white meats are more leaner. You're gonna be leaner muscle, and the red meat's gonna have more fat in it. That's common knowledge. Excuse me. So powders. Where do I buy powders? Well, if you live in Rhode Island, you can shop where I shop and go to the Specialty Company at Atwells Avenue in Providence. It's run by Joe Cummings and his assistant Anne Marie, who's actually the general manager of the store. And they have a meal replacement called Manna, which I'm showing you right now. This drink is absolutely unbelievable. The reason why I say this is because, number one, it's a 4-pound jug. It's a meal replacement. Now, when I say meal replacement, that means that it has the protein and the carbs together. Most of the stuff that you buy at the stores is just protein. Now, if you just do the protein, that means you have to eat the carbs. You can't do protein without carbs. Carbohydrates pushes the protein where it's got to go. I'll talk about carbs in another video. This is just strictly protein. But protein, with powders, you really got to be careful. Now, if you don't live, now, if you live in any other country in the United States, you can order this Manna. The link is down, is below, nutrition.com, and it will be delivered to you. It's fantastic. There's a lot of good proteins out there, I'm sure. But if you just want to drink and go like I do, I don't have time to sit down and eat a potato after my shake. What's the point? I might just have a meal then. If I want to drink my drink, I want to drink and go. Like I'm in a movie theater, I'm like looking around, during an action scene because they can't hear it. It's fantastic. And then I'll drink my shake and go, you know. I'm at the gym in the back. I have like a portable blender. I got it from Amazon. I'll show you the link where I got it. It's unbelievable. It breaks ice. $100. Best blender I ever got for on the road. Protein, as far as the way it goes, you got iso, then you got like whey, then you got egg, then you got meat, and I like iso. The protein I like is cottage cheese, but cottage cheese is fat, and there is some no-fat cottage cheese. But the Manna, the protein is from cottage cheese. Really, really good protein. Egg protein is really, really, really good. Fish protein is really, really good. Steak protein is good, but your body might not process a lot of it, so you might be wasting protein. So I like I like light proteins, like I said, egg whites. You're gonna process those really good. Fish, definitely, and a protein drink. You'll process that really, really well. Now, let's get into how much protein should I be getting. All right, everybody's gonna be different, but if you got to start somewhere, like if you went to this Joe Cummings, he's gonna start you just somewhere just to see, and then from there he'll make his adjustments. But I think an average person, doesn't matter, should eat 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per body pound. So typically that's a ballpark of maybe 40 grams of protein for a male and 25 to 30 for a female, give or take. The carbs, we'll talk about that later. That's just the start. Usually when you're making cuts, if you're trying to get in shape, you don't really cut the protein, you start cutting the powders a little bit and you start adding cardio. You don't need the protein, because if you cut your protein, you're at risk of losing muscle. We don't want to do that. So like I said, 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per how much you weigh, not your lean body, because you're not going to blow your body fat. And a woman, the same thing. And like I said, if you just want to ballpark, men, you know, try 35 to 40 grams of protein. Women try 25 to 30 grams of protein in that bracket. But if you want to stay lean, lean to the whites. The red's a little more fattening. It's up to you. It depends on how well you want to look. Remember, 90% is the food. What you're putting in your body is how you're going to look. There's no way around it. That is 100% a fact. And see that right there? 90, right there. 90, 10. 90, 10. There's no other way. That wasn't easy. But I mean, I'm not saying that's the typical, but I mean, strict. I mean, that's like a maniac. I mean, that's not normal. But it's really tough to, like I said, remember I told you before in the other video, you can get in shape or you can lose weight. They're both different by far. Most people in the United States lose weight. Not a lot of people lose weight or get in shape, because getting in shape takes more discipline in the food, the training. There's more involved. So if you're looking to just get in shape, I'm not talking about look like this. I'm talking about just, you want to feel good about yourself. Just train smart. Follow these videos. Train smart, and don't kill yourself, and don't follow people in the gym that you don't want to look like. So, recap: protein powders. Be very careful when you're buying them. Make sure you read the labels. If you're buying a protein, there should be no fat in it. There should be no sugar in it. There should be no dyes in it and all that nonsense. This channel is good for just questions, information, a little bit of help. If you got questions for me, I'll help you out the best I can. Now remember, I'm not a professional. I'm only an amateur, but at top level, I did well. I did really good locally as an amateur up until Boston. I did really well, so I have a lot of knowledge. I've been doing this for over 35 years. I have some good knowledge, and if I don't have the answers, I'll get them. So, how do I leave you guys? Train hard, train safe, eat hard, and eat clean. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.